Sweetheart, what if I told you that you never loved them? You never had a crush on them or their potential. You loved the way your love felt. Let's talk about something that is both eye-opening to me and also a little bit of bittersweet. I always thought about the fact that, yeah, I'm in love with their potential. Actually, even the word in love is a little bit weird to me. You cannot love someone you don't know. So let's say it was a crush. You have a crush on someone's potential. And before you get into all of this world of self-improvement, you don't know what being in love with a potential means. So you think, at least that's what I thought to myself, that looking at that person, I see someone very familiar. Someone who is a perfect match for my soulmate. Someone who can be that person that I can see a future with. I didn't know them, didn't know their values or anything, but it just, destiny. That feeling is so intoxicating and so passionate, and you want to believe in it so bad that you just go on with this. Later on, you learn that, I actually never loved them. I have no idea where those thoughts came from. Probably the potential. But even right now, when I think about it, I don't think so anymore, because where the potential comes from. I have a potential because I am hardworking and ambitious, and because I study every day, I work hard and I put effort into my dreams, and because of that, I know that I have potential, and that potential will derive from whatever I'm doing right now. When you don't know those things about people, the potential that you create on them is not even the potential. I'm sorry for too many potential words in this sentence, but hear me out. You don't love them. You love the way your love feels. They were never magical. You made them like that. You handed them the script and say, play this role. Be everything I have ever wanted. In your head, you created the atmosphere. You chose the lighting, the soundtracks, the background. You whispered meaning into every gesture. You created this fairy tale and then you called it a fate. They maybe just said a few words, did a few gestures, look at you a few times, and you created a whole lot of novels in between those words, in between the lines and the gestures. You just felt your love projected onto their body. You gave your love a body, a face, a voice, and a name. You didn't want to be loved by them. You wanted to be loved by your love. You wanted to feel your own depth reflected back to you. It's always in your ability to feel it, to see it, to create it, to imagine it. And as soon as I understood it, it was never about fate. It was never about right person, wrong time. It was never about their potential. I was never in love with their body or them. I was in love with my own love, because the words that they said, the gestures that they did in my head, the adventures we went through in my head, whose creation is that? Mine. Whose love is that? Mine. And now I really need you to understand the quote, the love I'm looking for exists because I exist. Because they don't have the vocabulary like you do. They don't have your imagination, your background, your experience. They don't have your values. They don't have the view of love that you have inside your head. And when you say they are such a great person, the potential could be so awesome, I want you to step back and look at this and say, damn, I'm such a great person. I want this experience to teach you to fall in love with yourself, to fall in love with your love, because look at you. I'm sure the adventures you had in your head, awesome. I'm sure the fairy tales and the love stories you created, awesome. Now look back and say, damn, I can love like that? My love is so deep. I felt loved so much only because this is my love, and I want you to appreciate it. And stories like these, they are not about the shame. They are not about you being a fool and being a fool by someone's potential. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot that I saw this in their person. No, it's about a power. Look at yourself. Look how powerful you are. Look at yourself as a creator. You can love this deep, and you're saying, oh my God, I'm an idiot. Girl, you were someone who could see beauty when others couldn't see it. You were the person that took a blank canvas and created a masterpiece. You literally create art from thin air. You were the one who decided that love can be bigger than just an ordinary. And now that you understand that you love your own love, now you get to love it even more on your terms. Because you look at it mindfully and you say, wow, I can love like that. And you know, the hardest part about this delusionship sometimes is not that it's ended, but the fact that it was never real. From the start, you loved them for the things they never said. You forgave them for the things they never apologized for. You loved the vision that never existed. And I know it feels like you're almost defeated. You are so vulnerable in front of yourself because a part of you kind of understand that this was my choice and I chose this shit. And who am I now? Am I stupid that I chose this? Am I not lovable if I chose this? Is this what I deserve if that's what I am attracted to? Sweetheart, no, you are not the problem. You are the creator. And I want you to look at this and see how powerful you are. I want you to look at this and say, damn, I turned this shit into gold. That's the power I hold. They don't have any power over you. Stop acting like they do, okay? So what do you do with that? How do you heal from a heartbreak? To be honest, I have no idea. I have no idea how exactly it happens and when exactly it clicks that you just don't care about them anymore. But I want you to hear me on this one. When you're in a moment like this, recognize your power. The love you were craving, it was not something you wanted to find outside of you. It was something that you were so full of inside that you had no other choice but to pour it out onto someone else and project it onto someone else. And once you realize that, you can start to heal. You can start to heal on your own time, in your own pace. So do not let the heartbreak define you. Let it be the moment when you realize that you are the magic. Let this be the moment when you reclaim your own love. I just want you to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, I'm cool. I'm such a star. I'm such a loving person. I'm such a lover, such a creator. I'm wonderful. Like, look at the stories I created in my head. I am actually wonderful. Like, who could think about love like that? I promise you, one day you will find someone who will make you fall in love with yourself more. Next time you go and meet someone, pay attention to yourself and how you behave in whatever connection you are forming. And when you do, say to yourself, I am such a caring person. I'm such a thoughtful person. I'm such an emotionally intelligent person. Use the connections around you as a source to fall back in love with yourself, not to put them on a pedestal. You're in this world to understand yourself, not to be understood. So next time you find in a situation like this, just realize that the love, the magic, and the power, it's not in them, it's in you. And they're just the mirror reflecting your own depth, your own beauty, and your own love. And that's the greatest magic of all. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.